Hello, welcome to Quantitative Techniques in Business. So as a first task, I asked you to write an essay about uh, the relevance of quantitative techniques in business or in management, and your essay should be able to answer these 5 questions. Okay, so let us first uh, have a definition of management. So here's a good definition of management I pick up from managementstudyhq.com. Management is defined as a set of principles relating to the functions of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling, and the application of these principles in harnessing the physical, financial, human, and informational resources efficiently and effectively to achieve organizational goals. Okay? So let's try to dissect that definition. From this definition, we can extract that management has functions. What are those functions? Planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. And that these functions make use of organizational resources. What are those? So machines, materials, manpower, method, money. And some authors expanded this to 7 or 8 resources, but you get the gist. Okay, so then these resources and functions are used, are done to achieve organizational goals. What are these goals? Dalawa lang yan. Either you maximize profit or you minimize the cost. Okay, so for example, in this pandemic, many companies are just trying to survive. They're not trying to maximize their profit, they're just trying to minimize their cost. One would expect that. They're trying to continue to operate the business so as not to lose good employees. Okay? So regardless whether a manager is planning a task or organizing resources or leading people and controlling the activities, a manager makes decisions, and these decisions lead to outcomes. Okay, so let's go back to the first question. What is management then as a field of study? Well, it is hotly debated that it is an art, and some others uh, like Frederick Taylor, he proposed the scientific management theory. That's why we have quantitative techniques, that it is science. But because you make use of human resources and consider the most important resource, it is also an art. Okay, so because you cannot really box people into a category. People are complex, so we all have our own push button, we all have our own motivations, and that's the challenge to management. In management, how do you motivate people? So it's not really a hard science thing. It's more like of an art. So in that sense, management is both art and science. So we know that management has resources, we know that management has functions, and that the most important task of a manager is really to make decisions. And these decisions should be informed one. Okay?